dice todo, pues
Ustedes, ajá.
Exactamente.
O la escondemos mientras nos estén grabando diciendo la pregunta y ya la sacamos. Okay.
Ahí así está bien enfocado, Andy. A ver, ven.
No más aquí porque si no, no veo ya las... Bueno, no grabé la mesa. Porque si no...
A ver, vuéltalo. Sí, ya. Ok, y hay que darle... ¿Dónde es donde le aprieto?
Ya está grabando. En el grande, ya está grabando.
Ya está grabando.
Ah, ya. Bueno. 1, 2, 3. What's your name?
My name is Nayeli.
Where were you born?
I was born in Mexico City, but I lived in Houston, Texas for 12 years. My father was stationed there, so I have lived there. I lived there for a long time.
What things do you have appealing in the USA?
I'm sorry?
What things do you have appealing in the USA? Ese ahorita de perdón. What things do you find appealing?
The things that I most find appealing in the U.S. is, for example, the museums. We have the MoMA Museum, which is very interesting. We have the Art Museum. We have most of the best universities in the world are in the U.S. For example, Harvard, Yale, Stanford. We have many universities that mostly based in Boston. That's what I most find appealing.
What cities do you mostly recommend?
There are many cities which I recommend. For example, I think my favorite city would be New York. New York City has the best museums in the world. For example, we've got the MoMA Museum. We have Central Park. We have Times Square. And most of all the culture that surrounds New York is very important. Very important. That's why it's so popular for the rest of the world. That's why most people go to New York City.
And what difference do you find between Mexico and US?
Many differences. There's the difference between, basically the difference between Mexico and the US is the people. Very different in character. We are Mexican people are a lot more friendlier than Americans. There are many differences such as in food. Food is so different. They try to make Mexican food in the US, but it's not the same as in Mexico. There's also differences in culture, in traditions. Is that the question that you want to ask, the traditions?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So the differences between traditions in Mexico and the US also is, for example, Halloween. We celebrate Halloween in the US on the 31st of October. And this is when children go outside and trick or treat. They ask for candy from house to house. And then they get together by neighborhoods. And they make this great party, which is Halloween. And on the other hand, we have the celebration in Mexico, which is the 2nd of November, which is Dia de Muertos. And here we celebrate what dead people used to like. We remember deceased people. So we make altars with lots of flowers and different kinds of food. We also put a picture of a person who was deceased in the family. And this is what we celebrate in Dia de Muertos.
What sport is the most popular in the USA?
There are many sports which are popular in the US. I could actually say that all sports in the US are very popular, but mainly football. football is very popular. We have the Super Bowl. We have the U.S. Open for tennis. We also have baseball, which is also popular.
Have you ever gone to Europe and have you found English difference?
You mean like English being useful in Europe?
Yeah.
Yes, I think that people that do not know English is going to have a very hard time speaking in Europe, because it's like an international language. Everybody or most people speak it or understand it, basically. So if you're going to another country, it's very important that you do speak another language, such as English. That's going to help you get from A to B, or that's going to help you in an airport. It's going to help you making friends. Also, if you're taking a tour, it's going to help you make friends. I think it's very helpful also, for example, if you're going to a museum, such as you mentioned, if I've been to Paris. If you're going to the Louvre, you've got to get your headphones, right? Your earphones, and get all the information in English. So yes, I think it's very useful that you learn English.
If we can talk about food, what food did you prefer here in Mexico or in the US?
I would prefer Mexican food, homemade. I don't think there's a lot of homemade food in the U.S. Mostly it's all frozen food or takeout. So I think I would prefer Mexican food definitely, because it's more natural, it's healthier. Yeah, Mexican food.
If you could choose to live, where would you live?
Okay. If I could choose, I would choose Mexico. I think Mexico City is a vibrant city. It's a city full of color, full of traditions, of friendly people. Where on the other hand, we have the U.S., which is also it has its advantages because it's very orderly. It's also, it has a great level of education. But people are not as friendly as Mexican people, or as warm as Mexican people. And the traditions that we have in Mexico are a lot more festive than in the U.S.
Well, thank you for the interview and for your time, and we hope you stay here in Mexico and enjoy all the things we have here. And also, if you go to US, you enjoy there and take pictures, and you can send to us to know how is.
Okay.
Very good.
Thank you so much. Thank you. On the contrary, thank you for the interview. It was a pleasure having you here, and good luck with your grade.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ahora sí. Ya, apágala.